Hey guys, Sean Bougie here. Wednesday morning. Good morning. You can check us out at surplusfundsriches.com. We have both flipping programs and overage programs where you can partner up with us, or it also teaches you how to do it on your own. One of the programs we have is the deed flip, national deed flip. We also have the deed flip 30. And we have a Florida version of that. Florida's separate because their statutes are so different, and the way that they handle giving you the information online is different, so it's a different program. So I received something in, file in Florida. It's going to tax sale March the 17th, I believe, and it's worth about 120 fixed up, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It says 1,300. The guy's telling me it's actually 1,800, which tells me whenever there's that much of a discrepancy, there was probably an add-on. If the tax people are saying 1,300 and it's 1,800, somebody added on a lot of house without getting code involved. So that extra 500 square feet is not worth there's a lot of nuggets in this, so please hear me out. Anyway, that's not actually worth that, because the person that's taking it down is going to give you less money for that extra square foot. Any investor worth their salt is going to go, that wasn't done to code, that could become an issue later. I'm not going to give you full value for that. The guy also said, look, it needs work in the bathrooms and the kitchen and da-da-da, and it's about 30 grand. Well, just between you and me. Somebody tells you there's $30,000 worth of work, it's probably 45 or 50. Two reasons for that, three actually. One, they're lying. That's the simple answer. Two, they really have no clue what things cost. Okay. Excuse me. Or three, somebody has given them a low quote to get the job, and they're going to come in later and go, hey, I ran into this, this, and this, stuff they already saw. It's got soft floors. It's a wreck. It's got a lot going on. Now, the reason I called it and I'm pursuing it is there's, between the past due taxes and the current, there's about $7,000 in taxes owed. It's got an $11,000 lien, IRS tax lien that went on March the 11th, March the 11th, 2011. So that's going to fall off here in a week, just over a week, right out of a week, whatever. So I'm not worried about that, even though that's 11,000, which means it's really 22, close to 22, with interest on it. But that's a negotiation strength for me, right? Like, so look, you got 7,000 in debt, but there's also IRS tax lien for 20. Let's say 22. We're at about 30 grand in debt. It's worth 120 fixed up. You're telling me 30. It's probably closer to 80. So I'm talking 30 grand in debt, $50,000 in fix up. That's 80 to get 120. I'm starting to get a tighter margin here. You understand that, right? He goes, yeah. I said, okay. I said, without seeing it, I still want to send somebody out to take some pictures for me, but without seeing it, would you take 20 grand? The reason I'm willing to go to the 20 at that point, and that's cash in his pocket, I take care of the rest of it, I'll pay off the taxes. The reason I'm willing to do that is that 120, if there's 50 in work, there's an investor that's got his own crew out there that can get it done in 30, so that leaves 90. If you can sell it for 120, I can probably sell it to him for 65 at least, right? So I don't mind. I'll give the guy 20. I got 27 into it, and because I don't have to pay off the IRS tax lien, I'll pay him 20, pay off the past due taxes on the property. 27 grand. I'll make a hell of a lot of money selling it for 65 grand. What do I care? And he said, okay. So I go to hire the mobile notary, and it's a raised mobile notary service in Jacksonville. And I'm going to say that because you guys got to hear what this guy came back with. So I told him, hey, I've got this thing. I just need you to run by the house. The owner is willing to meet you there. You got to call him and schedule it, but get it done the next couple of days. I need a picture of each room, a picture of the front and back of the property, and a picture of the street going in either direction. What the hell, he's there, right? He says, fine, let me work up an estimate for that. I said, look, I'm not getting you to sign anything. I'll get you that later. But for right now, I just need these photos. I mean, we're talking about what? 15 photos, maybe, something like that. Maybe 20, I don't know. And I said, one of the reasons I called you is I looked on the map and you're 15 minutes from the property or so, right? So he gets back to me. sends me an email with this quote, $950. Now, guys, I'm used to spending $100, maybe $150 on a mobile notary. That includes meeting the client and getting multiple documents signed. And then taking that, putting it into our FedEx label and sending it back to us for $150, right? I'm just asking for 15 to 20 photos. So I got back to him, and my first gut reaction was, did this guy add a zero? So I got back and said, I'm used to spending $100 to $150, and it's $150 if it's a long drive. I said, I appreciate your time. Have a nice day. And here's the deal, guys. This is my first point of this video. Don't begrudge other people profit. If this guy I was wondering if maybe he added a zero, right? He really meant $95. But I didn't want to get into all that. I don't want to get into how ridiculous that price is. Hey, here's what I'm used to spending. I'm going to pass. That's all I said. I'm not going to be, whatever. He can charge whatever he wants. That's capitalism. If the demand was that great in the area, if nobody else was available, if they were in the middle of a 4 feet of snow, and I was asking them to do this, I might go to $500. I'm not going to get into all that. I'm trying to avoid it. Appreciate your time. Have a great day, right? He gets back. There's no way I can do it for that low. I say, I appreciate your time. Have a nice day. Try not to have the conversation with the guy, right? Try not to argue with him, because I don't care what he wants to. Guys, don't begrudge people. Don't get whatever. That's your business. You want to charge a stupid amount of money? Go ahead. I'm not going to use you. There's probably some idiot out there that's going to call you and you'll do one deal a year. Meanwhile, you could have done it for a fourth of that price and done 200 deals, right? Whatever. Not having that conversation. He gets back to me. I don't think you understand what's involved and blah, 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 blah. Okay, now you got me. And I wish, guys, I'm not proud that I got sucked into this rabbit hole of BS, okay? But I just went, he says, you don't understand, and it's supply and demand, and this is, my time is valuable, and da-da-da. And I said, I respect that. Respectfully, I'm in Concord, North Carolina as my office. I could jump on Allegiant Airlines on a Thursday night and fly down to Jacksonville, one of the largest cities in the United States. There's probably 100 mobile notaries in there. So supply and demand, whatever. I could jump on a plane, go down there, rent an Airbnb, probably stay on a sailboat if I wanted to, right? Rent an Airbnb, have great food every night, come back on a Monday, have great food every night, and go party my butt off Saturday, and I would still not spend $950. Or I could drive down and back in a day, spend $150 on gas and food, and be done. So supply and demand, I don't think this word, this phrase means what you think it means. Okay? So he gets back to me again. Well, I'm trying to make a living, and I just went, I appreciate that. At this point, I'm like, I got to get out of this, right? Have a nice day. He gets back to me again. I might consider $800. At that point, guys, I'm like, why are we still? I've already told you I'll spend $100, $150. At that point, I just blocked his email. Don't begrudge other people profit. Don't get into there. Whatever they want to do, they can do. Hey, man, he's going to be out of business in 6 months. Why do I care about arguing? Right? 3 months, probably. He obviously doesn't need the money. This is something he doesn't want to do. So why am I going to get involved in that? But there's another reason I bring this up. Because I get this all the time. People go, oh my God, I hired an attorney to get the surplus out and work with me, and he wants to charge me $15,000 to do it. Or I'm going to go fix it up, or I'm not going to fix it up, but I'm going to flip the property myself, and the realtor wants to, charge me 12%. Change the channel. Change the channel. Look at what the value of the work is, what you think it is. If it's not what you're willing to pay, don't frickin' pay it. People all the time get up with me and go, well, I've got a deal on the hook and I think it's this, and how much should I pay them? How much do you want to make? Don't ask me how much you want to pay them. Look at the numbers. Obviously, you've done the research, what it's worth, what you can get it for. Are you happy with that at that point? If you're not, don't take the deal. If you are, take the deal. Don't get in touch with me and go, should I pay him 24? Because I really want to pay him 21. Pay him whatever the hell you want. Pay him what you want. That's not my point. People can charge whatever they want. People can make whatever they want. Not my issue. I don't get to tell them what they make. I just don't have to work with them. Thanks, guys.